Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Lukeness Monster here. Today we're going to be comparing all 5 of the Black Series Mandalorian figures. And yeah, we do have all 5 of them right here, ready to review. The figures will actually be judged in 5 different categories between the packaging, the accessories, the articulation, the accuracy to the media it's from, and the Lukeness Monster opinion. So yeah, pretty hyped about this. Let's get right into it. And actually the way that scoring works, so they will obviously be like a first place all the way down to 5th place. First place will get 5 points. Fourth place will, second place will get 4 points, and etc. So 5th place will get 1 point, and that's it. So the figure with the most points at the end of all the rounds will win as the best Mandalorian. But real quick before you actually get into the comparison, as you can tell, the Carbonized Mandalorian in front of you is not open. It is actually sealed. We're going to change that. I know that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings because he is a very valuable figure, but we got to do it for the comparison. So let's cut the tape right now. The deed is done. Anyway, now that he is open, we can get into the first category, which will be packaging. And coming in at the number 1 spot, I actually do love all these packagings because I'm a huge Mandalorian fan, but coming in at number 1 for the best packaging, I do have to give it to the Carbonized Mandalorian. And I think this one was pretty obvious. It's literally just like a shiny bronze like box. It just looks super cool. Like, out of all the other ones, this one stands out the most. And I'm gonna try to like get the right angles to where I don't show my face in the reflection, but it just looks super cool. I do love it. And of course it does have like a silver on this side. Like, again, it's practically a mirror. You can like probably see my hand in the reflection there. Yeah, easy. Like, it's literally a mirror, so I'm not gonna turn it too far, but it does look really good. Coming in at the number 2 spot for the second best packaging is gonna give it to the I'm gonna give it to the Credit Collection Mandalorian. And I know this one is gonna be upsetting for a lot of people because I know there's a lot of hate for this Mandalorian, but I actually really love the packaging itself on it. It has the the end credit scene there. It's really cool. I'm a sucker for stuff like that, and it definitely gives me off like Ken or Boba vibes. This guy is just awesome. Of course, it is in that like vintage collection style card back as well, which just looks really nice. Of course, you can flip it over to the back, and you do see the entire end credit photo up there. Might be a little bit hard to see, but it just looks really nice. And I'm gonna give that to the Credit Collection as the second best packaging. Coming in at number 3 for packaging, I'm gonna have to give it to the Djarn and Child 2-pack, and that's mainly because of this side photo right here. The portrait of Mando holding the child just looks insane. It looks really good, and one of the best like side box photos of all of the newer Black Series figures. That one's probably my favorite, and it just looks really nice. Of course, we do have that same image on the back. I'm just in love with this packaging here. And yeah, coming in at the number 3 spot. And coming in at the number 4 spot is the Beskar Mando, and that's for the exact same reason. I do love the side mural art box kind of style with this guy. It's just a nice image of the Mandalorian, and it looks really good, I do have to say. And that leaves one more box for last place. It is gonna go to, of course, the number 94 Mandalorian box. Again, this guy is just an amazing Mandalorian figure, but the box is just the plain red and black box. Nothing special to it. It is number 94 in the Black Series. And yeah, nothing really special. It looks good, but it's not, in my opinion, as good as some of those other boxes. Okay, now going into the second round, the category is accessories, and I think this one's pretty obvious what is going to get first for accessories. It is definitely going to be the Djarn and the Child 2-pack. And I think it's pretty obvious why this guy is coming in at first place for accessories. He just comes with a ton. He comes with 5 pieces of Beskar, the tracking fob from the Mandalorian. He does, of course, have the pram with the child. Also has the lid to the pram. Does have his removable helmet, the jetpack, and both of his blasters. So this guy is just stacked with accessories. And yeah, probably some of the best accessories in all the Black Series as well, because just the pieces of Beskar and the tracking fob alone are amazing accessories. Then you can, of course, throw in the pram with that. It's just really cool, and one of the best Black Series figures in general. Anyway, coming in at number 2 for accessories, I think this one's pretty obvious as well. It's going to go to the Beskar Mandalorian, and that is mainly because he comes with all the accessories as the other figures, but this one actually does have the jetpack with it as well. All the other ones don't have the jetpack. This is the only other one besides the Din Djarin and Yoda 2-pack that actually does have the jetpack, so he does have one more accessory than the other one, so he's going to get number 2 for accessories. Coming in at the third place spot for accessories is actually going to go to the Carbonized Mandalorian, and that is actually because he does have the carbonized effect on all of his weapons. It's painted a nice, like, shiny, just a nice shiny, like, carbonized color. His blaster does have it as well, which is in his holster. And yeah, definitely the nicer version of the accessories to the 3 Mandalorian that are left. So yeah, he's coming in at the number 3 spot if he doesn't fall over for accessories. Coming in at the number 4 spot for accessories, I'm going to give it to the number 94 Mandalorian. And that's because he just has the basic accessories. It looks really good. It's very accurate to the film, you know. Just it does have that nice gunmetal gray color for the pistol. It does have like a black handle. And for, of course, this blaster, it's just the standard wash and what it looks like. It looks really good compared to the show and everything. It's accurate. And it looks pretty good. So I'm going to give it to the number 94 Mandalorian, the 4th place. And then if you haven't guessed, it's coming in the last place for accessories is going to go to the Credit Collection Mandalorian. And I think this one's also kind of obvious reasons. That's because they gave it like a dull color to it. Like, there should be paint on the tip there. There's no paint. It's all like the same color all the way down. And then the handle's like a weird red color. It doesn't match how it should. And there's just not enough paint on these weapons. This one is just basically the exact same pistol with that gunmetal gray wash, but it still has that weird red color for the handle, and it just doesn't go over very well. So he's going to get last for accessories. Real quick before we do go into the third round, we're going to go over the score. So tied for first place right now is actually the Carbonized Mandalorian and the Deluxe Mandalorian, both with 8 points. Coming in at the second place spot is the Beskar Mando with 6 points. Coming in at the third spot is Credit Collection with 5 points. And last is the OG Mandalorian with 3 points. Next category is actually Articulation, and all these guys have basically the exact same body. So they're all going to be the exact same articulation because they're pretty much the same. So we're going to give them all a 5 points for articulation. Coming into the fourth round is actually accuracy to the media it's from, and coming at the first place spot for that, I'm going to give it to the OG Mandalorian. And I think that one is a pretty solid, reasonable choice for number 1. He does have like the pretty solid, accurate armor to the film. He does have the nice cape with the accurate weapons, and he does have some really accurate like weathering as well on the shoulders and on the chest armor, and he does have weathering on the helmet as well, which is very accurate. So I'd say he is the most accurate Mandalorian. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to give the number 2 spot to the Credit Collection Mandalorian because it is accuracy to the media it's from, and it is based off of the end credit. And this guy didn't get first place, and that's only because of this little thing right there. He has like cloth coming down over like from his belt there, and it's not on this figure, so I had to give it the number 2 spot instead of 1. Other than that, all the colors are pretty accurate, and it does look really, really good. So he is very accurate, but just not enough to get that first place spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is actually going to be the Deluxe Mando, and this guy was a pretty good choice for number 1, but unfortunately his armor just isn't shiny enough. He does have that really, really amazing Din Djarin head though, and that's why he is up there for the number 3 spot. But yeah, I do love that Din Djarin head. If it wouldn't fall over, it just looks really, really, really good. I do love the head there, but the armor isn't shiny enough. I wish the Beskar was, a little bit more metallic. And another reason why I didn't give him the number 2 spot is because of the helmet. It doesn't go all the way down onto his head. You put it down, and you can easily see his chin popping out the bottom, and that's as far down as it goes. It doesn't go any farther down, and his chin still comes out the top or at the bottom there. So he would have got number 2 if it wasn't for that chin sticking out. The helmet is just a little bit too small for this figure. As for the last 2 spots for accuracy, I'm actually going to give the number 4 spot to the normal Beskar Mando. And like I said, it's not very shiny. I wish it was a shinier, more metallic metal color like it is in the actual show. And the only reason that the deluxe version got over this, and that's because he does have that removable helmet. This guy does not have a removable helmet. It is just the solid head there, and I think that the helmet would have been very nice to be removable. So I am going to give the accuracy point to, of course, the Deluxe Mando there over this one. But this one's still an amazing figure, don't get me wrong. He's just not as accurate in my opinion. And that leaves, of course, the last place spot for the Carbonized Mandalorian, and that's because this guy isn't really based off of anything. He doesn't have any media to be based off of, and he's going to get last place because he's kind of just a Mod Podge of shiny colors. He looks great, but he's not very accurate at all. He's just, like I said, a shiny Mandalorian. And it's more of a figure for fun and collecting than it is for accuracy, so he is going to get the last place spot. And then coming into the last category is actually the Loch Ness Monster opinion. If you guys have watched my channel at all, you know that the number one spot for my opinion is going to go to the number 94 Mandalorian. He was my first Black Series figure that I ever reviewed on the channel. He's my first video altogether on the channel, and he's the figure that really got me into collecting Black Series. So yeah, he's going to get the number 1 point for Loch Ness Monster opinion. And I guess number 1 point actually means 5 points, I guess, if that wasn't clear enough. Coming in at the number 2 spot, or I guess the 4 points, is going to go to the Beskar Mando, right there. And that's because, again, another one of those super nostalgic figures for me. After seeing Mandalorian there, everybody wanted a Beskar Mando so bad, and when this guy was announced, the hype for him was insane. And yeah, he's going to get the number 2 spot, and 4 points for Loch Ness Monster. Getting the 3rd spot, for my opinion, is going to be the Carbonized Mando. This is another figure that was super hyped, and he was also really hard to get when he was released. I did manage to get a Target restock eventually, but yeah, he was a super popular figure at release, and I'm just happy to have him. So he is going to get the number 3 spot with 3 points, I guess. Getting second to last, or 2 points, will go to the Mandalorian and Child 2-pack, and that's only because of the Child and Pram. I wanted that thing so bad when that was released, and it did take me a long time to get it, so thanks to David Tom as a subscriber for sending that to me. It means a ton. And yeah, that Child and Pram is just amazing. Another thing that I wanted so bad whenever the Mandalorian first came out, and I'm just really happy to get it. And that leaves the last place spot for the Credit Collection Mandalorian. Another figure that's really cool. Like I said, I do love the Kenner Boba vibes it gives off, but it just doesn't really fit into the rest of the display. I mean, he's kind of there, and he kind of is just on his own. He doesn't really fit in with the rest of the characters, and I mean, I love him, but he's just going to get the last place spot for Loch Ness Monster opinion. So after tallying up the points, there's a tie for first place and for second place. You know, so if we didn't do the 5 points for all for Articulation, obviously this would be different and we would have an actual winner. But since we did the 5 points for Articulation, I think it's only fair that we do allow the tie. So tied for first place, both with 18 points. It's actually going to go to the number 94 Mandalorian and the Deluxe Mandalorian. They're both tied for first. Both amazing figures and definitely some of the favorite ones in my collection. Coming in at the number 3 and 4 spot, both tied, I guess, for second place. Also both had 17 points, is actually the Carbonized Mandalorian and the Beskar Mandalorian right there. Also both great figures. Like I said, I love all of these figures. They are just amazing, amazing Black Series figures, some of the best in the line. And that leaves one left. Coming in at last place, 5th place, with 15 points is the Credit Collection Mandalorian. Another one that just has a deep spot in my heart, but for the scoring, he did not pay out like the rest of them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And comment down below which one is your favorite Mandalorian figure. And I'll see you guys in the next one.